Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and if you're newer to my channel, you might not be familiar with this style of video. You're probably also not used to seeing me without my makeup on, unless you follow me on Snapchat. But, I used to do this series, I've done it before a few times, where I sit down to rant about something and I put a face mask on, and the reason I do that is when I started this I thought, I'll put a face mask on, something that I don't normally take the time to do, like calm down, sit down, and just do a face mask to relax and those sort of things from the issues that I'm worrying about. And I'll put it on and then I'll talk about what's bothering me, right? Like get it all out. And then when I wash the face mask away, I'll wash away all my worries. That's been the idea behind this since I started it. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Today I want to talk about two different things that have really been bothering me, and the first thing is people confusing the words stealing with, I guess, dumpster diving. Essentially, people who think I am a thief or I'm stealing because I'm dumpster diving, and actually I think that's the only issue. It just kind of intertwines with a couple other things. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. My face is red. Like, you guys normally see me with foundation on, but this is what my face bare looks like. Well, when it's warmer. When it was cooler, I did one video with no face makeup on. My skincare routine. My skin was nowhere near this red. But it's getting warmer, so I get a little bit more red. Other thing that's so cool about this video is one of my subscribers, Samantha. She's been a long-time subscriber of mine. Well, I've only been on here for, like less than a year at this point, but I always see her in my comment section. And I do YouNow Live Streams every Monday, so if you're watching this, maybe my live stream is happening right now, maybe it just ended. But I asked everyone in my live stream if they do any like side hustles, if they sell anything, if they like make crafts or whatever. And I told them to email me with it and stuff. And Samantha reached out to me and told me that she does this thing called Perfectly Posh. So just real quick, I want to get into like what this video is about, but I think what she does is so cool. I think this company is really like good, you know what I mean? And also, yeah, like I have a resting bitch face, so like those wrinkles, I can't, like, calm down, Shelby. So I went to their About Me section, and everything they use is made in the US, which is really cool. And obviously this helps out Samantha and her wallet and things like that, so that's really cool. They have a lot of all natural ingredients. Yeah, so it says their products are made with natural butters, oils, fruits, flowers, no fillers, mostly vegan options, and no animal testing. So that's super cool. And then it goes into like all the different ingredients they have, like aloe vera, argan oil, charcoal, all those sorts of things. And there's so many things on her website that I want to buy, so I bought some things. And yeah. Anyway, I'll go ahead and link her stuff in the description box because I think what she's doing is so cool. Like, I bought a new shampoo. You guys know I don't use a lot of stuff on my face. I do face masks sometimes, but I bought a shampoo because I needed a new shampoo. And then I got this beach hair stuff that I'm gonna try out. So yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. You guys should go check her out. Alright, but we're gonna go get into this face mask, which is called the Go West face mask, and I'm just gonna start putting it on and talking about what I want to talk about. The thing I want to talk about with this is that people saying I'm stealing, blah blah blah, right? I don't care. Like, you know, I do these little videos that I do, and I guess it makes it seem like I care about what people say, but the difference in caring about what people say and caring about like what it means, there's a difference, and it's like I want to point that out to you guys. So I don't care if people say I'm stealing, I don't care if people say I'm gross, I don't care if people say anything. Like, it doesn't really impact me, but I think it's interesting. Like, I feel like sometimes like my YouTube is just one big social experiment because I get to put stuff out there and people leave their comments and their opinions, and it's kind of like I get to analyze how society thinks and views things. And so in this particular instance, by the way, y'all, this smells so freaking good. I'll look up the ingredients once I have it on and all that good stuff. But people who are commenting like, you're stealing, you should work hard for what you have, like whatever. I've done a video about people ranting, calling me like a broke bitch and white trash and a hobo and all these things. I don't care about that. I mean, I care about what it means for people who are actually that. I'll link that video right here. You guys know I always get off on tangents. But my point is that it's very interesting how everyone's first reaction is to be like, Shelby, you're stealing. Well, these aren't my subscribers. These are random people, so they don't call me by my name. Usually they call me stupid or something like that. But they tell me, you know, you're stealing. This is gross. You should work hard for your money. Don't be so lazy. Like, these things. When it's so interesting, right? So there's two parts of this that are super interesting to me. Number one is that if you're getting something for free, it must be because you can't afford it, right? Like, if I'm dumpster diving, it must just be because I'm poor. Or, you know, it could be that I think it's better to get stuff out of the trash and prevent it from going to the landfill. It could be that I have better things to spend my money on. You know, I'm working towards things that are, you know, more important than the next makeup palette or whatever else I get out of the dumpster, next clothing haul or whatever it may be. And I just think it's so interesting how quick people are to come to the side of a corporation and be like, don't steal their stuff, and never think about like what those corporations are doing wrong by throwing out like perfectly good stuff. And I don't specifically mean with makeup, because what these people don't realize is that this makeup is perfectly good before they destroy it, right? So like, people are like, they can't donate stuff that looks like that, that's gross, that's wrong. But like, what you don't realize is a lot of times when these places return things, or when these places are throwing out things, there are returns, and like maybe someone used it a couple times or whatever. Regardless, makeup artists reuse makeup palettes. Like, you can clean this stuff up and do something with it other than just toss it. But that's besides the point. What people never comment on, or not never, but very rarely considering how many comments I get the other way around, is, wow, I can't believe that company just throws out perfectly good stuff, perfectly good Keurigs, perfectly good lotions, perfectly good XYZ. Instead, they're concerned with me not working hard, which is hilarious to me, because like, if any of you guys are subscribed to this channel, you know I work 8 to 5 in the environmental field. We don't need to talk about that, and I just find it so interesting how kind of, in my mind, this is because in society we've kind of been made to think that getting something for free is wrong, and that it's better for that to just be thrown out and tossed into the landfill, and like, then it would be better to give it to someone for free, right? Like, just here's the point in all of my rant videos. I just want to try to get you guys to like open your mind a little bit. So if you ever go watch any of my live diving videos, I'll put one right here, you'll see how much waste is in each of these individual dumpsters, right? Which just in itself, those one dumpsters give me anxiety. But think about that times 1,000,000 dumpsters, times every day or week, okay? That one dumpster that's halfway full, times the millions that are in the United States, times they fill up that way every week, twice a week, however often. That's crazy. That's the crazy part of this. And the fact that so many people are just so engulfed in the money aspect of it, so engulfed to be like, well, I worked hard for my stuff and you didn't, so blah, blah, blah. It kind of goes back to people trying so hard to put me down to make themselves feel like they're getting ahead, right? Like, I work hard for my stuff, you get it from a dumpster. That's so fucked up. Like, no, like, let's talk about what's actually fucked up. The fact that I could live off of trash. Like, if I really wanted to never buy groceries again, I could. Like, that's insane to me. And the fact that no one worries about that, and they are not no one. I don't mean to say like none of you guys care, because obviously my subscribers care about that. But it's not about money for me. It's really not. I mean, I am a cheap person. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to you guys like I'm not a cheap person. Like, I am. But like, my first priority is environmental stuff. And will I pay more to get things that are more environmentally responsible? Of course I will. I do it with my toilet paper. I do it with certain foods I buy. I do it with bed sheets I own. I pay more for things that are more environmentally responsible. So to act like I'm only doing this because I'm cheap is not true. And let me also say that even if I was only a dumpster diver and doing the things I'm doing because I'm cheap, there's nothing wrong with that. In my opinion. I think there are so many more important things in this world to spend your money on, but society makes you think that you should just go to work all the time, work so hard to get the next thing, and then you get the next thing, and then by the time you get bored of it, you have to go buy something again, and you're always just kind of like in this rat race of buying things and working for things, and like no one ever really stops to think about what's the point in all of this. I don't think a lot of people stop and think about that, and I do, because I noticed that, and it's something I still like get caught up in today. Like, you know, I do get up and go to work every day, and for me it's not so I can buy products. I don't buy a lot of stuff, but I also kind of still feel that struggle of working all the time for nothing that really brings me joy, because at this point in my life I'm throwing all of the money I can at my student loans, and then I'm saving the rest of it. So it's not like I don't understand how that feels to be working all the time but never achieving true happiness. And I think that that's what happens a lot in our society today. And the fact that people just are so defensive over that, like it's a very interesting thing to think about, because it's just a way that our society has been ingrained to think that we should work hard to buy things that we don't need, and if someone else is getting ahead by not playing that game, then they're wrong. And I think that's a really interesting thing. I hope what I'm trying to get across is coming across to you guys, because I feel like this is like in my mind and like how I feel, but it's kind of hard to get it to you guys in a way that is effective, which is why I'm putting it in a Mask Monday video and not in like a sit down like thought out video, because this is kind of just me rambling. But I just think it's very interesting how many people call me cheap, and like, call me what you want, call me cheap if you want, but I don't take that as an insult either. I think more people should be cheap. I think more people should be smart about how they spend their money and what's worth your money, and is something you're buying quality, and is it going to bring you true happiness, not temporary happiness, you know? Are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it because society thinks you should? Like, just things that I don't think a lot of people think about. So I guess all I'm trying to say is my motto of this channel is create the peace, right? And I don't think that attacking people for their value system that honestly does more good than bad is helping create the peace. And if you don't want to create the peace, then maybe you should reevaluate the way that you look at the world. For example, if you come to my channel and you decide to tell me you're a cheap bitch, maybe reevaluate why you feel the need to say that, because how is that negatively impacting you, other than I'm getting ahead because I got stuff for free and I was a little bit smarter with my money. I just want you guys to think of things outside the box. If you've seen my logo, it's with my head open and my brain. It's like to symbolize that I am an open-minded person. Oh, that was the second thing I want to talk about. Okay, maybe we'll talk about that too. That's just my whole point with this first little rant, is think about things, about why you do them. Are they bringing you happiness? Should you do them? Are they harmful to other people, to the economy, to the environment? Just really think about your reaction towards people, why you have that reaction, and kind of where it comes from. Because the reaction of, I don't like you because you're cheap, only comes from us living in a society where we're told constantly that the person who has more is worth more, and the person who worked hard to get more is worth more. And in my opinion, I don't think that that's a good like societal base. I think that we should all think of everybody as equals, and everybody has different value systems and different priorities, and that is something that we should all be taking into consideration every day in every conversation that we have with everyone. And two things I want to address. One thing is quick. I may have came off pretty fucking hippie just now and pretty chill just now, but if I ever come across in these videos as very sweet and nice and like proper, or like whatever you want to call it, I don't want you guys to get confused, because some subscribers even, or maybe they just say they're subscribers and they're really just random people, but they'll come for me in the comments and they'll call me out on things that really like hit me, like my core, who I am. Like people who tell me I'm not a real environmentalist, and people who tell me I'm a racist, like these things that really hit me, you know what I mean? And I will respond and I'll tell you my opinion and how I feel and how I think it is. And some people think that just because I'm a YouTuber, I'm not entitled to do that. I'm sorry, but being a YouTuber doesn't make me any less of a person. If you say something that bothers me on my channel, I have every right to respond, and I will. And I'm never gonna call you names and insult your intelligence and whatever. I may say that you sound very ignorant right now, but, you know, I never want you guys to think that I'm just this happy, frilly-dilly, positive all the time person, because sometimes you need to say something. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself. Sometimes life isn't always positive. People will come for you and you will feel the need to like explain yourself and etc. I just want to put that disclaimer in here really quickly because that's something else I've been struggling with. I guess the thing is that I've only been making YouTube videos since I think August. And I'm still pretty new to this whole YouTube thing, and you know, my channel has grown pretty quickly to where it is now. I never expected this. And the fact that it's the way it is, it just gives me a lot of feedback that I'm having to process, and I guess it's just okay, that will lead me into my next point. So I get all these comments, right, with everybody's different opinions, perspectives, and I love that. Part of being a truly open-minded person is never dismissing someone as just a hater. Well, sometimes, but if they are making valid points and they have a point, then you don't just dismiss them as a hater. That's not being an open-minded person. You don't block people just because they're saying things you don't like. That's not being an open-minded person. So that's my main struggle on this channel, is some people like make comments and say things that don't make any fucking sense to me. Like there's no basis for their argument, and I try to be open-minded and like understand their perspective and not just be like, shut the fuck up, you sound like a dumbass, even though you sound like a dumbass. Like, as someone who's trying so hard to understand where you're coming from, and I will talk to you and like try to tell you my perspective and why I think yours is wrong, God, it's so hard. It's so hard to remain an open-minded person and try to give everyone their chance to state their opinion when sometimes your opinion is just fucking invalid. So, like someone the other day who told me they think I'm a lawbreaker, and they were trying to express that that is an opinion. We started talking about how that's just their opinion, that I'm a lawbreaker. And like trying to understand, like, fine, you think dumpster diving is wrong, fine. You think it's morally wrong, which is so weird, we already talked about that, but fine. But to say that I am a lawbreaker is incorrect. It's not an opinion. You're incorrect. You can't have an opinion that someone is something that they are not. Like saying, so I think that person is ugly. That's subjective, okay? Someone's appearance is subjective. You can have an opinion on it. Laws are not subjective, they are definite. And so saying someone is a lawbreaker when they're not breaking the law is not an opinion, you're just wrong. And those sort of like talks and like conversations I get in on this channel drive me insane. And let me give you another example. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you heard me briefly talk about this, but on my video where I did Madison's makeup, I said that I didn't want to use my beauty blender on her because I didn't want to ruin my beauty blender. That had absolutely zero to do with her skin color and everything to do with the fact that our foundations are different colors and that my beauty blender never really rinses out all the way, and I didn't want the wrong color foundation to get stuck in my beauty blender. But quite a few people took that comment that I made and tried to make it out as if I was racist. As if I was trying to make it sound like dark-skinned people ruin beauty blenders. The thing is like I really want to give these people credit. I really don't want to just dismiss them as stupid, ignorant, crybabies, whatever you want to call it. And so I was talking to Madison about it, and she's like, babe, don't worry about it. Haters will be haters. Just dismiss it. Let it roll off your back. And it's like, I wish it was just a hater comment, right? Like if it was just like, you're fat. Fuck you. That's an opinion that I can't... I guess that's a difference. Some things are opinions and some things are not opinions. So saying that something I said about not wanting my beauty blender to be stained being a problem with racism is not an opinion. You're wrong. Like, I guess that's the problem. Like, I'm trying to be open-minded and give these people a chance to explain themselves when they don't really deserve a chance, but the part of me that's like, don't just shut everybody out, listen to what they have to say, tries to hear them out, and then, but like, it's to no end because they're wrong. Do you know what I mean? I hope y'all know what I mean. That's pretty much all the ranting that I wanted to get out. I want to hear y'all's opinion on this. Like, I'm so excited to have conversations with y'all in the bottom of this video. Maybe I should have done this as a live stream because you guys would get feedback much faster. But I will tell you that I'll post this. I'll go ahead and post this right after my live stream goes live on Monday, and then I'll be in the comments all night answering y'all's questions, okay? Let's do that, and we'll have a conversation whether you agree with me or you don't. The whole point of being an open-minded person is to listen to all sides. So either way, let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking. And I'm gonna go wash this off, and then we're gonna move on, right? Well, kind of. I'm gonna still talk about it with you guys, but I'm gonna let it stop bothering me and come to terms with the fact that some people are just wrong. And there's a difference between letting people have an opinion and being open-minded and listening to that, and people who are just wrong. I have to keep that up here now. So that's what this face mask has taught me today. Let me tell you real quick what Samantha says about this face mask. It says this is called the Go West face mask. So that's what this one is, and it smells really good. And I kept touching it. Y'all saw me. It dries down like to such a good texture. Like, everything is dry, but it's not like clumpy, and like I can tell it's gonna be easy to get off, which I really appreciate. So yeah, Go West, and it says that these are exfoliating face masks. I have a little bit of a lisp. Some of y'all called me out on it. Anyway, so pumped about this. She sent me so many other ones to try. So maybe if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see me trying these other ones soonish. But let me go rinse this off. I'll come back. We'll close this out. And thank you guys so much for listening to this. Oh my goodness. Can we talk about how obsessed I am with the fact that, like, spring is here? I like spring. I don't so like summer where I live because it gets too damn hot. But it's like the time just changed, and like I'm home from work. I have like 2 hours to go like on a walk or even film. Like, y'all see my background is lit because like the sun is still out even though I just got home, and I appreciate that so much because when the time was different, I would get home and like it would be dark in like 20 minutes. It sucked. So I'm so excited about this, and like my door is open and Tippy's playing outside. Like, it feels good in here. I love this. It makes me very happy. But yeah, so update on the face mask. My face looks more balanced just from, I'm looking in the viewfinder a lot today. Okay, sorry you guys. But yeah, my face, just looking at it in here, like I literally just took it off, and normally like if you do an exfoliating scrub, my face will get really red, but this one like really like balanced out my skin tone just from having on that small amount of time. Like, y'all saw how like bright red my face was, and like it's so calmed down now. Normally I don't have this experience with face masks. They don't really impress me like as I take them off, and my skin is very soft, and of course it smells really, really good. Let's see what's in this one. I also love that it's called Go West because I love the West Coast. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so it says it has red clay and gritty volcanic ash, which helps detox pores and exfoliates dry skin, while antioxidant-rich rose hip oil and calming licorice root, that makes sense, extract and nourish. Root extract nourish. Freshly exfoliated, soft and lovely. I am in love with this, you guys. And the packaging on these products is also really cute. Like, she gave me samples, but that's what it looks like if you buy it online. It's really, really cute. And I think she said something about they have eco-friendly packaging. I'll have to look, but yeah. So it says key ingredients in this are glycerin, jojoba oil, kaolin, I don't know that one exactly, lime peel extract, and vitamin E. Oh my god, I love it. This just sounds like such a cool brand, and there's nothing in here that's like super sketch. Everything sounds really good. I don't know, I really, really like the way my skin feels, so I highly recommend Samantha's products just by the one I've used so far. I'll keep you guys updated on my Snapchat. And also, what's really super cool is if you go buy from this website right now, you buy 5 things, you get 1 free, which I should have done. I bought 4 things. I could have bought one more and gotten 2 more. Anyway, yeah, go check out her website. I'll link it in the description box. All these products seem really, really cool, and I'm so pumped to try all of these. Thank you so much, Samantha, for sending this to me. If any of you guys do other things, like you have an Etsy shop or you do crafts or anything like that, make sure you send me an email. I will be happy to feature it on my channel in some sort of way and get you guys some spotlight. Help you guys out. Because you guys are awesome. Like, my subscribers are so, you guys are just like genuine. I never thought that I could find a community like the one I have found already on YouTube. I really thought that like YouTube was a place for people who were trolls. Like, a lot of people on YouTube are trolls and just not happy people, but you guys have proved me so wrong. So I'd love to get back to you in any other ways that I can. So I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later on this week. I guess if this is going up on Monday, try to catch me on my live stream, but this will probably go up right after my live stream so I can be responding to you guys. And then I'll see you on Friday. What is Friday's video? I should know already. Oh, I think it's going to be a DIY. I just got a new toothbrush, so I've been saving my old toothbrushes, and we're going to do a DIY with them on Friday. Should be really exciting. So, okay, too much. I always ramble so much in these videos, but a lot of you guys like them, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out and say, remember, until next time, create the peace.